The image of a soldier wielding an enemy's weapon is a jarring one. It seems to defy logic and allegiance. Why would a soldier choose an enemy's firearm over their own? The answer, in most cases, is more nuanced than a simple preference. Soldiers are trained to use specific weapons, familiar with their intricacies and confident in their reliability. Yet, history and current events offer numerous examples of soldiers found using enemy weapons. These instances often stem from extraordinary circumstances, such as capture, dire necessity on the battlefield, or even disillusionment with their own side. This essay will delve into the compelling reasons behind these seemingly counterintuitive actions. We will explore historical and contemporary examples, examining cases like that of Sergeant Christopher M. Vassie, a U.S. soldier who deserted his post in Afghanistan. We will also delve into the complex world of prisoner swaps, where captured soldiers might find themselves forced to adapt to unfamiliar weaponry. By examining these situations, we can gain a deeper understanding of the difficult choices soldiers face in the fog of war. While the idea of a soldier choosing an enemy's weapon might seem outlandish at first glance, a closer look reveals the complex interplay of survival, necessity, and the ever-present human element in conflict. The story of Sergeant Christopher M. Vassie offers a glimpse into the psychological pressures that can lead a soldier to abandon his issued weapon. Vassie, who served with the 82nd Airborne, deserted his unit in Afghanistan in July 2008. His disappearance remained a mystery for over 16 years, until he surrendered at the US-Canada border in December 2024. Vassie's case is particularly intriguing because of the reasons he gave for his desertion. Upon his surrender, Vassie claimed he had been ordered to commit war crimes, leading to deep disillusionment with the war and his role in it. While these claims are yet to be verified, they offer a potential explanation for why a soldier might abandon his M16. If Vassie felt betrayed by his superiors and morally conflicted by his orders, it's conceivable that he would distance himself from the very symbol of his allegiance, his issued weapon. However, it's essential to note that Vassie pleaded guilty to desertion, a move that might suggest a desire to avoid more serious charges related to his claims. This adds a layer of complexity to the narrative, making it difficult to ascertain the full truth behind his actions. The chaotic nature of war often throws soldiers into situations where survival takes precedence over loyalty to one's issued equipment. Prisoner swaps, a common practice throughout history, present one such scenario where soldiers might find themselves forced to use enemy weapons. Recent events, such as the high-profile prisoner exchanges between Russia and the West in 2024, highlight this reality. While the details of these exchanges are often shrouded in secrecy, it's plausible that captured soldiers might be issued enemy weapons, either for their own protection or for propaganda purposes. Imagine an American soldier captured and held prisoner, suddenly handed an AK-47. The situation itself is fraught with tension, a stark reminder of their captivity and the shifting allegiances of war. While there's no concrete evidence to suggest that recent prisoner swaps involved such weapon exchanges, the possibility remains a sobering reminder of the unpredictable nature of war and the difficult choices soldiers may face in captivity. Section 4. Battlefield Realities: Necessity Breeds Adaptation. The fog of war is unpredictable, and situations can change in an instant. On the battlefield, the line between life and death is often razor-thin, and soldiers may find themselves making split-second decisions to survive. In such high-pressure scenarios, the origin of a weapon might become a secondary concern. Running out of ammunition for their own weapon, experiencing a malfunction, or finding themselves in close combat situations where an enemy's dropped weapon is the only option could force a soldier's hand. Imagine a firefight where a soldier's M-16 jams, leaving them vulnerable. In that heart-stopping moment, spotting a discarded AK-47 might be the difference between life and death. The soldier isn't choosing the enemy weapon out of preference but out of sheer necessity. The battlefield doesn't afford the luxury of ideological purity. It demands adaptability and a willingness to exploit any advantage to survive. Section 5. Beyond Capture: Why soldiers might ditch their issued kit. While capture and battlefield necessity offer compelling reasons for soldiers using enemy weapons, there are other, less explored scenarios to consider. Imagine a scenario where a unit is deep behind enemy lines, their supply lines cut off. As their own ammunition dwindles, they might be forced to scavenge what they can, even if it means using enemy weapons and ammunition. In such a situation, the practicality of survival outweighs any stigma attached to using enemy equipment. The priority becomes completing the mission and returning home, even if it means relying on the enemy's tools to do so. The psychological impact of such a situation shouldn't be underestimated, as it requires a soldier to adapt not only their tactics but also their mindset. Section 6. The weight of choice, loyalty versus survival. The act of a soldier using an enemy's weapon is layered with complexities. It challenges our perceptions of loyalty, forcing us to confront the gray areas of war. It's easy to view such actions through a black and white lens, but the reality is far more nuanced. Soldiers operate within a complex web of duty, survival, and often moral ambiguity. The decision to pick up an enemy's weapon is rarely an easy one. It can be driven by desperation, pragmatism, or even a sense of disillusionment. It's a choice that speaks to the adaptability and resilience of soldiers forced to navigate the brutal realities of war. Section 7. Conclusion. A matter of circumstance, not preference. The image of a soldier wielding an enemy's weapon is undeniably striking. It challenges our preconceived notions of allegiance and warfare. However, as we've explored, the reasons behind such actions are often more complex than a simple preference. Capture, battlefield necessity, dwindling supplies, and even disillusionment can all contribute to a soldier using an enemy's weapon. While these instances might seem like anomalies, they highlight the unpredictable nature of war and the difficult choices soldiers face. The next time you see that jarring image, remember the human story behind it. Remember the soldier caught between loyalty and survival, forced to make impossible choices in the heat of the moment. It's a reminder that war is rarely black and white. It's a messy, chaotic affair where survival often hinges on adaptability and the willingness to defy expectations.